Thanks for being magnificent. Adele on the way. See you tomorrow from 5. Radio 2 on the Sounds app, on your smart speaker, and on 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 7 o'clock. This is Harvey Cook. Economists have warned that rising energy prices could push inflation as high as 18% early next year. Their forecast comes ahead of Friday's energy price cap announcement, which will set out the maximum amount suppliers can charge households for gas and electricity from October. Bosses of energy firms have renewed their calls for immediate government action to help struggling households. Karen Dean works full-time in a pub, but is already £1,000 in debt because of rising energy costs.
You can't find extra money. If you haven't got it, you haven't got it. So I don't know what happens. I don't know where to go or what to do. I mean, it's 2022. Someone who's working 40, 50 hours a week shouldn't be able to not turn the heating on.
Downing Street has warned that victims will be forced to wait longer for justice as a result of the decision by criminal barristers in England and Wales to stage an indefinite strike next month. The chairman of the Bar Council, Mark Fennells, insisted the move was a last resort after ministers failed to respond to concerns over pay, working conditions and funding for legal aid. Officials in Kyiv have rejected a claim by Russia that Ukraine murdered the daughter of an ally of President Putin in a suspected car bombing. Daria Dugina died near Moscow on Saturday. Our correspondent Gabriel Gatehouse says it's unclear who's telling the truth, but he expects a further response from Moscow.
It may well be that Russia retaliates in kind. So we see targeted assassinations perhaps in Kiev. They could go for further repressions at home, but clearly I think there will be some kind of response to this.
The Health Security Agency is to trial offering smaller doses of a vaccine for monkeypox in a bid to make the most of dwindling stocks. Those eligible will be given a dose that's 1/5 of the size of what's typically administered. The agency says it expects the lower dose to be equally effective. The US government's infectious diseases expert has announced he'll step down in December. Dr. Anthony Fauci became a household name during the pandemic, as our Washington correspondent Gary O'Donoghue explains.
Anthony Fauci has been hinting for some time that at 81 years old, he wanted to step back from his official roles. After advising 7 presidents and becoming the face of the COVID-19 pandemic, he says he wants to travel and write. Dr. Fauci became a hugely polarising figure during the past 2 years, with many on the right opposed to the restrictions targeting him personally. Joe Biden said the country was stronger and healthier because of Dr. Fauci's work.
Finland's government says the country's Prime Minister has tested negative for drugs days after footage emerged of her dancing, singing and drinking at a party. Sanna Marin agreed to take the test last week to allay concerns about her behaviour. And the weather, most places will have a dry night with clear spells, but Western Scotland and Northern Ireland will be cloudy with some scattered showers. BBC News, it's 3 minutes past 7.
Thanks, Harvey. Thanks, Sarah.
Now, the Shiny Happy playlist.
There's going to be big tunes.
Blowing the roof off Radio 2.
Shiny Happy.
If you want to get absolutely bouncing,
this is where it's at. BBC Radio 2.
Oh, absolutely. Sarah Cox, can I just say I love you? She popped in to see me, gave me a funny tummy. She made me flip all the way inside. I adore her. But thank you very much for popping to see me, Sarah. It's Adele Roberts with you on BBC Radio 2. It is my absolute honour to sit in for the legend that is Jo Whiley all this week while she's off on her holidays. She's out of office. And we are going to kick off the show, as we usually do, with good energy. I love this part of the show. It's called the Shiny Happy playlist. We like to bring you home in style with a radio hug and a smile. We'll keep you company if you're in the car. We'll DJ for you if you're in the kitchen, you want to throw some shakes while you're making dinner. All we need now is your names, please. Alison's got in touch already. She's tweeted me. As is Jamie and Ollie. So are you listening? Are you with us? Can you hear me? Please send signal. You can text me on 88 to 91 or you can email me adeleroberts@bbc.co.uk, and Adele spelt like the real one, the famous one. So Adele Roberts at bbc.co.uk. Text me 88 to 91 and let's begin with Avicii.
BBC Radio 2, the Shiny Happy playlist.